All right, well, I'm back out here to work on the truck. It's been probably 3 weeks since I worked on anything. We had Christmas and New Year's, and the whole family's been like on and off sick, so I haven't been out here at all. I did get some parts in, so I got some new leaf springs. These are Calvert Racing split mono leaf springs, and then I ended up getting like the Caltrax setup. So I figured I'd go ahead and do that. That way I don't have to worry about trying to clean up and repaint any of these leaf springs. I'll just replace them and then go with the Caltrax setup instead of trying to redo all this stuff. I did brainstorm doing like a 4-link setup and getting rid of the leaf springs altogether, but I figured it'd be a lot less headache and messing around than just going with the split monoleaf setup. I know the leaf spring setup in this truck already worked pretty well. I'm not trying to like set the world on fire with what I'm doing with this truck, so the leaf springs will be just fine. So today what I'm going to work on is like getting the gas tank out, getting the bolts out of here. I'm going to have to cut the bolts off. I'm not going to be reusing the leaf springs anymore, like I said, so I don't have to worry about damaging the leaf spring. I'm going to have to cut the bolts out because I can't turn them. And then once I get all that stuff out of the way, I'm going to go and clean the frame up as much as I can and start mounting all the new stuff. All right, so I got the front bolt cut now. I ended up having to go get some new Sawzall blades and cut them out because I still have to remove this little traction bar. Just for reference here, so I said that the bolts are kind of stuck. That bolt is cut off in 2 spots. The head of the bolt is just still seized in there. So it's actually clicking the torque wrench. What is it on? It's on like probably 16 foot-pounds, which isn't much. But yeah, that's how tight that stuff is seized in there. So now I'll go ahead and knock the other part of that bolt out, and then start cleaning up the frame. I'll get these traction bars off. All right, guys, this is turning out to be a little more of an adventure than I was anticipating. So this thing is kind of rotten, like almost all the way through it in some spots. Yeah, it is. It's all the way through right here. So this is really weak. I cut this section of the bolt, and then I tried to twist this, and the whole mount bent. So what I did over here was just cut the whole hanger off, and that's what I'm going to end up doing on this side. And then I'll just buy new mounts. I'm going to have to like grind all the bolts and everything out. I'll completely remove these, put new ones on, and weld them on. But that's kind of what I'm going to have to do. I feel like I'd feel a little bit better about doing it that way instead of trying to reuse these things. Yeah, and that thing was already pretty weak. Look at that. So I'm glad I'm doing this, because this one is all rotted through all the way right here. This is all rotted through. So a lot of that was pretty much ready to go anyways. It's got a bunch of holes in it all over the place. The other one wasn't that bad. I didn't see any holes in the other one, but might as well just do both. But I ended up getting this thing off of there now, so I will order some hangers, and then I'll end up just like bolting and then welding them back in there. Did get both sides all done. Look at this, just nice and clean. So yeah, I'll order those things, and then over the next maybe like week or so, I'll try to clean this thing up. And I think the rest of the frame is okay. I don't think there's too much rot on it. The front hangers do look good, so that stuff's all fine. There's no holes or anything over there. I did end up keeping this part of the harness. I just cut this out and left these two wires here. This is for the fuel level sender. So I'll be able to extend those wires and go back to the fuel cell and keep the sender. Ended up just cutting off my 8 gauge wire that I had going to the fuel pumps. And I do have an 8AN push lock feed. So I'm just gonna cut all that stuff out, redo all of it. This is just regular rubber push lock hose. It's not like any kind of special E85 hose. So I've just been using that stuff for a really long time. Never really had any issues. I will probably on the new setup go with like a better quality hose with the liner inside of it or whatever. I might do that stuff. But yeah, I'll probably take a wire brush to this stuff. It just really sucks going over it with a grinder and like a wheel because it kicks it all up into the air. So I breathe it in and it's like blow your nose and it's all full of rust chunks. So that's not really too fun, but here's kind of where we're at. It's been a little bit slow progress lately. But I think what I'm going to do this year as far as videos, I'm going to try to do like 1 video a week. If you've noticed, I've kind of been cutting back a little bit. So I think I'm going to try to do like 1 video a week, get to like a Thursday or Friday upload schedule, and just see how that goes for a while instead of trying to do like 4 videos a week. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. Other than that, I'm out. I'm going to get this video edited and up and go to bed.